All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Dudes Missing the Mark. We have a wonderful show for you. We have a week week two rapid fire recap, and we have a week three preview. We're going to go through all the games, see how wrong we're going to be. So if you're a real sicko, just make sure you just listen to this on Monday or Tuesday when you can just listen to us be very wrong or very right, whichever one we choose to be. But before that, let's go ahead and shout out our great sponsor, Shiner Beer. Shiner, brewed in Texas for Texans since 1908. All right, let's get it. Okay, and here we go. Dance party's over. Cody's here. Jay is here.
Yes, sir. What moves you got there, bud?
Honestly, you sound like the Joker with that opening. Here we go.
There we go. I'm getting over a little throat thing, so maybe that it made me sound a little raspier. Would you say it was sexier or no?
I mean, you definitely are better looking than the Joker in The Dark Knight. That's for sure. Now,
I'm better looking than Heath Ledger. Got it.
No, only with the makeup and the scars and stuff. Yeah,
I'll take it.
And you're better looking than Heath Ledger right now.
Yikes. R.I.P. Pour one out for the homie. That was messed up, Cody. So, well, Cody, why don't we just, since you're on one already, let's get it. Let's do our rapid fire week 3 recap here. Go.
All right. What we got is some teams taking control of the divisions early. We got some unexpected 0-2 teams that were expecting to be playoff teams before the season started. I'm feeling very good about my AFC North pick at the moment. I'm going to leave it at that.
That's great. Yeah. My week 3, week 2. I keep saying week 3. Do you want to know why I keep doing that? Because I'm over week 2.
We're past
teams.
Thursday.
I'm over it. I'm off the Bears, Cody. They're dead to me. They may not win another game. Cowboys are gonna roll. Yes, we now know Trayvon Diggs is hurt, but we'll get to that later. Jay.
Oh man, week 2. I feel like didn't really learn much from week 1. I feel like it was almost a repeat. Cody's right that there's teams grabbing hold in divisions, so it's interesting how it's going to play out. Week 2, though, it's good to see the Bills kind of bounce back. It was weird for the Chiefs. Little bit of upsets with the Packers for me, at least. Cowboys rolling. Disappointing Giants win, but yes, didn't really learn much. I feel like.
Jay, do you have a best win?
I do have a best win, and I think I was on the fence, so I'm gonna go with the Giants, Mark. I'm going with the Giants. This was probably the best, and the only reason because it was literally a half. They just did it during the half. Somehow they made the adjustments, scored 31 in the second half. They went 6 quarters with a big goose egg, not scoring anything, and then they figured something out. They got things rolling. The Cardinals flopped, even though they showed some promise with Dobbs and everything, but that's my best win of the week right there, and especially since it was your upset. I think it was your upset, right?
No, the Giants were my lock of the week.
It was your lock,
which, as you can imagine, was very stressful for me. Jay and I were watching the game together, and it pained me every time. But I was like, "Oh my god, the Giants are coming back! This is great!" And Jay's like, "What are you doing?"
Yes. I was like, what, how dare you? How dare you root for the Giants right now? But I mean, kudos to them for never giving up. Honestly, if you haven't scored a point in the first 6 quarters of the season and you think you're going to come out and win this game, somehow they believed.
Can we talk about the other lock of the week that did once again was not successful?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We can brief it. Yeah, we're supposed to rapid fire this, guys.
Jay was now. Let's. You're right. Cody, that deserves a little bit of a less rapid.
This is not my year.
Less fire, maybe. Jay is now 0-2 in his locks of the week.
Just
They're-
I- 0-2.
This is the curse of the Bears. It's sticking to me. That's what it really is. Going hard on the Bears, believing in them, saying they're going to be great, and then all of a sudden, all my other football locks of the week are being destroyed right now.
So
And
you're
then-
just you're blaming
and
the Bears.
and I'm blaming the Seahawks. I'm blaming the Seahawks too because I had them week 1 and they blew it, and I picked the team against them and they win it. So I don't like it. I don't like it.
That's the funniest part is you picked them to win to lock, and then they beat the team, as in the Lions, that you locked.
They've
So
screwed
they
me
just-
twice.
The Seahawks hate you. Don't ever choose them for anything ever again. They're dead to you.
Dead to me. Dead.
All right, we'll get your lion roar.
Oh God.
Wow.
All right. Hey, it's got to be better than Cody's dolphin.
It was so much better than Cody's dolphin.
Dude, that dolphin will live in podcast history. It will be talked about many years from now.
I can't
Nobody's gonna
wait
be-
until it goes viral.
Nobody's going to be talking about Jay's lion roar. So, who's the real winner here? All right. So, my best win of the week, I hinted at it in my recap. It's got to be the Baltimore Ravens. They're going up against a division foe. They're going up against a team that lost in week 1, was desperate for a win. And won't you know, MVP Lamar Jackson, 2019 MVP Lamar Jackson, he came out, stole the show, and put on a performance that was worthy of the win. I mean, the Bengals are in a world of hurt right now. I'm not sure that they have the comeback in them this year that they did last year, but it was an important win for the Ravens. They're now 2-0 in a division that we all kind of anticipated would going to be a difficult division, and they are standing alone at the top, and that's an important win. Best win of the week.
Yeah, I like your lead into the division right now, because I think if this calf keeps bothering Burrow, yeah, they're going to continue to have rough starts, and I don't even know who they're playing the next couple of weeks, but lingering calf, I don't see it healing. Anytime
I'm more
soon.
concerned about the calf than I am the Bengals.
Right.
Joey B's calf, to be honest. But
yeah,
good win. So my best win is the Bills. I think they came in, they did what they needed to do after kind of a crap showing against the Jets. They came out, put 38 on the maybe not so great defensively Raiders, but hey, you play who's on your schedule, and I think we can all agree they needed a get right game there. So.
Yeah.
Guys, both of your best wins weren't even in my top 3 of the ones I was debating.
Congratulations. Guess what? We're individuals with their own
That's
opinions,
why
Cody.
it's mine. Yeah.
I mean, Jay's best win of the week was a Giants team who made the playoffs last year against a team that's trying to go 0-17 this year. Literally trying to go 0-17.
It was a comeback. That was what was great about it.
It was the literal definition of a comeback.
Now,
and then nobody, I have not seen one expert predict the Raiders to do anything this year, to make the playoffs,
right,
to be competitive. And so the Bills went out and beat a bad team. So congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Great. All right. Let's move on now. Best or worst loss. I'll go. The Broncos, Cody. That was a terrible loss. They lost to the Commanders, who are now 2-0, and I would say they're garbage. They didn't even make the playoffs last year. Oh, that's right. Neither did the Broncos. Also, if you throw a Hail Mary to get within 2 points, you got to get the 2-point conversion. I mean, you had vibes going. You know why they lost this, Cody? Because they decided to wear all white at home, which they should have easily wore their great orange jerseys. They messed up. They suck. It's a terrible loss. Broncos are dead. Russell Wilson may not make it past week 4 at this rate.
Here is my comeback. Russell Wilson is actually putting up similar stats to what he was doing in Seattle. I have looked at it. He's actually in the top half of QBs so far this season as far as performance.
Here we go.
And numbers.
Ooh, top half.
I'm not saying that he's MVP Russell Wilson, but he is not the reason the Broncos are losing. The Broncos rank 30th in DVOA on defense right now,
Yeah.
and they rank 7th in offense. So
Mhm.
if you want to talk about the Denver Broncos, everybody's trying to bury Russell Wilson, and he's not the problem right now. That defense is terrible. How you give up that many points to Sam Howell is just beyond me.
Don't
It's the
talk about my
complete
cousin like that, first of all.
it's the
Second,
complete opposite of last year. It's weird.
also, when you say MVP Russell Wilson, you know that doesn't exist, right?
I know. I'm talking about my prediction from like
Got
a
it.
drunken night to a year and a half ago.
Got it. No, you've said
Um,
it multiple other times. So, all right.
All right. Worst loss for me, Green Bay Packers losing to the Falcons. I thought that game was there for the taking. Desmond Ritter might be the worst quarterback in the NFL, just straight up. Like he's just. I mean, he doesn't throw the ball farther than 3 yards down the field. I mean, they can't do anything but dump offs. But somehow the Packers could not come out and grab a win. And after the Lions had lost on Thursday night, it was the Packers could come out, make a statement, prove that they belong at the top of the division, and they did not do that. And that was my worst loss of the week.
I like that pick quite a bit because the Packers here were the underdogs, and I was thinking, are you kidding me? You know, the Packers look like the most solid team week one, but the Falcons somehow, I would say, pulled a comeback here and got Bijan Robinson going and took it. What's weird is I think Desmond Ritter outperformed Jordan Love, which I did not expect one bit here. Are the Falcons like a thing? I don't think so.
At home, bet them, Jay.
Oh, okay.
Bet them at home. Desmond Ritter has literally never lost a home game in his entire life.
I'm writing this down.
That's a real thing. He never lost in Cincinnati all 4 years, and he's never lost in the NFL at home. I think he's like 20-0 or something like that.
Wow,
That's
he shows
that's
up.
that's a good stat, Mark.
Thank you.
I like it. I don't think the Falcons are any good, and I think the Packers have the chance to win the NFC North, and they lost. They lost a game that I think at the end of the season, if they don't win the NFC North, they're going to look back at that game and be frustrated.
True.
Absolutely agree.
Did JRD have a worse loss?
I did not, but I am going with the Minnesota Vikings. I think this was a game that they just had way too many mistakes. I feel like they looked like the better team, except for these mistakes. First quarter, what was it? Powell had a fumble. Madison had a fumble. It really stifled their momentum there. I mean, Kirk Cousins was throwing all over the Eagles, except when this team would just beat themselves down. They forced the Eagles to run the ball the whole game. They controlled the clock, but the Vikings still could get the ball moving and stay in this game. I think this is something they're gonna want. This is the game they're gonna want back. But I think the Vikings was a bad beat.
Those Thursday night games are weird, man. I mean, the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Eagles do have a good. I mean, they won that game at the line.
Mhm.
Swift was running and untouched by like the fifth. Like he would get 5 yards upfield, and nobody even touched him.
Mhm.
I think you're right, Jay. The Vikings did look good, and they had a chance to win that game. The turnovers killed them, and like I said, they got beat at the line. The Eagles' offensive line absolutely manhandled the Vikings.
You are not wrong.
And that was the difference in the game. So, yeah, those Thursday night games are weird.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Four fumbles lost total. So like,
yeah,
that's
that in half. They're in this game.
That tracks to the Vikings and basically any Kirk Cousins team. This is why he has stats. Is because he's down by 14 to 21 points going into the fourth quarter, and he starts air raiding the offense, and he gets a couple touchdowns and a few yards. But super nice guy. Super nice guy. Very, very, very nice guy.
I don't see how you can come make this about Kirk Cousins. That was not a Kirk Cousins. There was nothing to hate on. That was not Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, Minnesota getting manhandled is why. So by the Eagles, but Cody, Well, let's go super rapid fire the next three here.
All
Best
right.
performance by a player.
I'm going to go, even though it wasn't as great as week one, I'm still going Tua against New England, against a tough pass defense, against Bill Belichick, who's great at scheming. And while Tua didn't look amazing, he did enough to, if you watch the game, he made the throws that he needed to make. That's
Okay,
it.
that was it. Okay, cool. Jay?
You said rapid fire.
I mean, were you some? Oh, so we're rapid fire. Okay, best performance of a player. I'm going DeAndre Swift. I mean, they changed their plan. They went to the run. 29 carries for 178 yards and a touchdown. Throw 4 catches on there, but it's the average of 6.1 yards per rush. Like, pretty stoked.
I agree. I had him on there as well, but I actually ended up going with Mike Evans. 6 catches, 171 yards, and a touchdown. Baker opens up the playbook. You know what it says, Cody? Throw it to Mike.
Yep.
And that's it. Baker's going to win MVP. Bucks go undefeated.
I really hope that this is not the return of the Baker Mayfield love, because we have enough of that in the group text with Kyle that we don't need you to be spewing that propaganda on the podcast.
All right, Cody, before you give your most surprising outcome, just tell me who you'd rather have today. Baker Mayfield or Justin Fields?
Baker Mayfield, but I have been adamant that I don't think Justin Fields is any good, and I think I've been proven right.
Okay. All right.
I am nervous on Justin Fields.
All right. Cody, most surprising outcome.
The most surprising outcome to me was the Jaguars dud. I think the Chiefs were good, and it's not the fact that the Jaguars lost, it's how bad they looked doing it. They were a candidate for worst loss for me. I decided to shift them over to most surprising outcome. Trevor Lawrence is I'm calling myself out. I might have missed the mark on the MVP buzz with him. Then again, it still is much better than y'all's pick. And just the ineptitude that the Jaguars showed on offense was surprising to me. I thought that they'd come out and be able to put some points up on Kansas City. I did not expect them to lose the game in the fashion that they did.
I actually also have that game as the most surprising outcome, but mine was just in general, very low scoring. I thought that would be more of a shootout. I didn't think either defense was really that good, and it was 17-9, and I bet so many people pounded the over on that game, whatever it was, and I was surprised.
Yeah.
I'm right there with both of y'all.
Okay.
I also have
clean sweep.
Most surprising. I mean, Mahomes went for 305 yards. Pacheco go for 70. Nothing to rave about, but like 17 points on the board for this Chiefs team. Is mind blowing. Even 9 for the Jags. So yeah. Everybody was probably betting the over, and I think it was in over the 50s to tell you the truth. So this is it. Most surprising outcome.
So before we go to the week 3 predictions here, we do have missed the mark. I'll start. I missed the mark with anything revolving around the Bears and Justin Fields. That was a way too hot of a take. It's after week 2. I'm now jumping ship. I'm abandoning the Bears. They are terrible. They might not win a game. Justin Fields should just not be a starting quarterback anymore. I don't care that he badmouthed the coaching staff and then they hugged it at practice today. I don't care. I do think it's their fault as well, but also they suck. Everybody in Chicago Bears organization sucks.
They do.
It's hard to defend.
I was just so confused at the beginning of the season by the love that y'all were giving them, that the experts were giving them. This was a team that had the number 1 draft pick last year. So if you're jumping ship, Mark, if you find a robo, you can come on over onto my Ravens Island, along with two and the Dolphins are over here. The water's warm.
I am not jumping ship because it's only week 2, but by week 3, I might be on that boat with you.
One more week.
I might give it one more. I saw a little optimism, and maybe I'm picking cherries here from Justin Fields' passing game last week, but not much. So you may see me there. But my missed the mark this week. I'm gonna say is a Denver Broncos defense because they were looking elite last year, and in the past 2 weeks, it's looked pretty atrocious. So, boom.
For me, Los Angeles Chargers, just the whole franchise. They should have stayed in San Diego because there's nothing's. I mean, they weren't good in San Diego, but dude, at this point, like, what do you have going on for you? You have Justin Herbert. You have Justin Herbert who's played well this year. I've been a noted Justin Herbert skeptic. I don't think that he's bad, but I don't know if he's in that top 5, top 8 QB range that people like to put him in. He's played like that this year, and you're 0-2. So you as an organization need to look yourself in the mirror and be like, we have a young QB in his prime who's playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and we're 0-2. And not only that, but we lost to a Titans team who coming into the season were kind of dead in the water. And Ryan Tannehill didn't look great until the fourth quarter, and he turned it on and made some plays. But if you're the Chargers, 0-2, the AFC West looks more open than anticipated. Like, I mean, the Chiefs won 17-9, but it wasn't like it wasn't like the Chiefs looked awesome. They lost their first week, and here you are, 0-2. What are we doing, Chargers? Brandon Staley needs to be fired. He can come coach. He can come coach Jay's Pee Wee football team,
Soccer team,
and be coach of the year in the North Richland Hills Pee Wee Football League, because that's the only place that he's winning coach of the year.
All right, Chargers Vikings this week. They're both 0-2. Who you got?
Oh,
that's tough.
Like, so one of these two teams are going 0-3. Are you kidding me?
I'm going Vikings.
Me too. Chargers go 0-3.
That's a good game to start with, Jay, because I think I'm going Minnesota as well. They're at home, so that's good. It's a noon game for noon o'clock Kirk, so good for him. He'll get his jollies off there. Also, 2 guys in this game, I'm not playing another down, and I'm requesting a trade from their team. If I'm Justin Herbert, I'm saying, all right, you guys paid me. Get me the heck out of here. I'm done with you guys. This organization is cursed. You're never going to win anything good. Something's always going to happen. And if you're Justin Jefferson, get out of there. Get out of Minnesota. Even if you stick, which obviously is going to stick around this year, Cousins might not be back. And then who you got? Don't do it, bro. Just get traded. So that's my 2 takes about this game right here. But I got Vikings. I think they're going to win it handily too, by the way.
Ooh,
wow.
I think it's going to be another somewhat close game.
You think who rushes
here.
For fantasy football listeners out there? Who rushes for more yards, Akers or Madison?
Akers isn't going to play. So also I have Madison, so I really hope it's Madison.
Hey, I almost dropped Akers literally like a day or 2 ago. I was like, I'll see what happens. Let's see which team he's going to.
Good play. So
I'm not very optimistic still, but we'll see.
Let's all right, so we have the Thursday night game. It is Thursday right now, so it's kicking off in about 20 minutes here. Giants at the Niners. This game is already going to have been concluded by the time this podcast comes out. But who you got, Jay?
Niners.
And a score prediction.
It's 10.5. I'm just going to take the Niners minus 10.5. That's all.
Okay.
I'm not giving you points, but whatever it is, they're going to win by 10.5.
It's going to be 35-7, and I'll give Daniel Jones a garbage time touchdown, but no Barkley, no chance. No Barkley, no chance for these Giants. And the 49ers are going to be dominant. Is their home opener. I don't see the Giants doing much. I agree with Jay. Take the points.
Yep, this is going to be a bloodbath. The Niners kind of had a home opener last week when they played at the Rams, because like 75% of that stadium was Niners fans. So like they weren't, in their stadium, but they did have the fans on their side, so that was fun for them. But Daniel Jones, honestly, like you pull a hammy in warmups. Am I right? Do not
No.
go out there. I mean, you got trashed against the Cowboys. Niners may have an overall better defensive line. And Nick Bosa, just you pull the hammy, bro. Just get out of there.
No.
I agree more with the 35-7 that Cody said. So
You think like they'll call Kerry Collins or Kurt Warner before the game, be like, "Hey, Daniel's hurt. We need just somebody come in and take some
please,
hits."
yeah, stand
Jared,
there.
who's that big lefty that backed up Eli all those years from Kentucky? Was it like Lorenzen, Jared Lorenzen, or something like
Oh,
that?
I think he played for like a year or something. I don't think it was all of
Yeah,
those years. Yeah.
I thought he played for more than a year, but either way, I bet he could take some hits. Just let him stand back there and take some hits.
He's dead.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Okay, that went
Oh.
south.
Cody, you're on a
All
roll
right.
tonight. Jared
Yeah.
Lorenzen, RIP, pour one out for Jared Lorenzen, the hefty lefty.
Don't pour out too much of that Shiner Bach.
It's not. I'm not. Don't worry. I'm not actually.
All
I'm
right.
pouring it into my mouth.
All right, good.
All right, Jay. Tennessee Titans at the Cleveland Chubless Browns.
Hey, I told you that Tannehill is back last week, didn't I? Tannehill's back. Let's go Titans. Upsetting the Browns.
I too am going to go with the Titans. It's not just the lack of Chubb, it's that
Nice.
dude, Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson has just been awful, and I don't see it getting any better. I don't see how Deshaun Watson going against a Mike Vrabel led defense is going to be a good outcome. So
It's not going to end well. He's going to get eaten alive. Yeah, no Chubb for the Browns, and well, no Chubb for Deshaun either. So
yeah,
all right. But Falcons, Jay's Falcons at the Detroit Lions. Cody. Sorry, Jay.
give me the Lions. I'll take the Lions in this one. What I am going to be looking for is how the two rookie running backs fare against each other. I think Bijan Robinson is going to have a big game, but I think the Lions are a better overall team. I think the Falcons have a little bit of a mirage about them, and I can't trust the Falcons.
Mark, are you talking about my 2-0 Falcons that I've got winning the division? Is that who you're talking about? Absolutely,
Yes.
but I'm going Lions.
Oh, okay. That was easy. Yeah, flash in a pan there for 2-0. By the way, there's 3 NFC South teams that are 2-0. That's weird.
So weird.
Somebody's got to fall. They got to finish 7-10 and win that division. Lions at home, kind of a get right. And if the Falcons win all their games at home, then that means they're just going to lose all the games on the road. So
I like it.
Mr. Clifton, Derek Carr, and the New Orleans 2-0 New Orleans Saints versus the future Hall of Fame Green Bay quarterback Jordan Love.
This is a tough one. I thought that the Saints did not look that good against the Panthers, the lowly Panthers.
Mhm.
And that was shocking to me. They were my lock of the week. They did win. Fortunately, I am not Jay, so I don't lose my first 2 weeks of the season.
Wow.
But
Congrats.
I'm thinking I'm going to go with the Packers. I think that they're going to come in. I think they're going to make a statement. I don't think the Saints look great. I think the Packers team is talented, and I gotta put my money where my mouth is. I think the Packers end up winning the NFC North after watching them these past couple weeks, and so I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
I think this is interesting because I think Christian Watson's coming back. Aaron Jones potentially might also come back, and so this puts some light into that offense. And I'm kind of on the edge here. I'm gonna go opposite and go Saints.
Okay. This is kind of a push for me. I'm not edging like
Yeah.
Jay is. I'm not sitting on a fence as he loves to do there, but it is tough for me. Green Bay's at home. I'll go Green Bay. Sure. Honestly, don't really care. So whoever wants to win, have at it. I don't care.
This is kind of a poo-poo
Fair.
platter of games for week 3.
Well, now watch your mouth, Cody, because we got the Cody Bowl coming up next here. You have your Denver Broncos at your Miami Dolphins. So this is tough. And I want what are your thoughts here? You got MVP 2 and MVP Russ, two
I
guys that have
know.
never won an MVP.
I am going Dolphins. They might be the number one seed in the AFC.
Okay.
I think that they are going to be the number one seed in the AFC, and I think the Dolphins are for real. I think they're legit. As long as Tua is healthy, I think the Dolphins have a chance to win every game that they play.
Okay.
I'll add that as long as Tyreek is also healthy, that they'll have a chance to, because their run game is picking up as well, and with all these dynamics running full steam, it looks amazing. So I'm also going Dolphins.
Yeah, Broncos are going to start the year 0-3. The Sean Payne experiment. It's not his fault. I'm deciding it's Russell's fault. Russell Wilson, he's cooked. I'm sorry to say it, he's cooked. Tyreek, man, that dude is just fun to watch. If Tua can stay healthy, I'm not going to argue against them getting the number one seed, but that's only based on also what I've seen so far in the week two other teams. So words are hard.
Words are hard.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to some better games here. It is kind of a poo-poo slate, but we can do rapid fire to finish it off after we get through these. Let's go. Let's just knock this one out real quick. Cowboys at the Cardinals. Cowboys by 100. Jay.
Cowboys bench the starters.
Bench the
yeah. Give me the Cowboys. We do need to talk about Diggs just real quick while we're here.
Yes.
That is a blow. I don't think it's a sinking blow though. You know, it's like it's a gun punch, but the Cowboys defense is good, talented overall. Bland moving to the outside corner, I don't have any issues with that.
Yeah.
It's our third and fourth cornerback that I'm a little like
the depth
from. Yeah, the depth is a little worrisome. But if quarterbacks never have any time to throw, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Great point.
Nailed it. Got nothing else to add. Sad for Diggs. Sad for our defense, but
all right. So we have I'm going to call it an interesting game only because there is a 2-0 team versus a 1-1 team. Buffalo is at Washington Commanders. Those Commanders are that 2-0 team. Shocker right there. It's an interesting game to me. They are at Washington. I think Washington has played a little bit over their head so far. However, Buffalo with the get right game last week, I have a feeling it's going to be close, but I think I'm going to take the Commanders.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Yikes.
Upset City.
I know.
I can see the possibility of this happening.
Here it is. Here's Jay's hot takes. He can.
I am on the fence, and there is a possibility that there.
Look, all I'm saying is I don't hate Mark's decision, but I'm strongly going Bills. How's that?
Either team could win.
I'm going Bills. I think they keep it rolling.
All right.
I do not think either team could win. I think that this is the Bills by a similar score to what they beat the Raiders by. The Raiders the Raiders were 1-0 going into last week as well. Do not be fooled. The Commanders have beaten two bad teams, and it took them getting away with a defensive pass interference not being called on that 2-point conversion.
And a Hail Mary. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm leaning more on Cody's side.
All right. I'll lone wolf it. That's no big deal. The next biggest game, it's going to be very close, I believe. Jay, we're going to start with you here. Chicago Bears at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs.
By how much?
Fire this. This is a get right game for the Chiefs.
I agree. I think it's going to be like 40-7.
I have a question. It's obviously Chiefs. Does Justin Fields finish the season?
It's going through my mind, Cody. It's been through it, and that's another reason why I'm worrying. I think he might get benched at some point, just to maybe prove a point. But he probably will get reintroduced.
Is he going to get Zach Wilson?
He very well could, yeah.
He might. He also may not win the MVP, which is fine. Which is fine.
And
Come to grips with that.
I know that today came out and said that he had his statement was taken out of context. It just sounded like, dude, you're pointing fingers at the coach when it is you out there just being terrible. And sorry that the NFL coaches are asking you to play NFL football and you can't go out there and play sandlot football and be a successful winning team. It's just not how the NFL you can get away with that a play or two here and there. That you can't run a whole offense that way. And so if you cannot, or if you're not capable of running an NFL offense and then improvising within that offense, then you cannot be an NFL quarterback.
I mean, he stated that he is overthinking it and he just needs to go out there and have fun. No, you need to know the process, go through the process. Yes, have fun, but you need to succeed with the process that's given you. I mean, you're obviously it's in your head. You're not thinking about the right reads. Your decision making's delayed. It's not pretty.
He needs to run. Be a running back, Justin.
That's what he knows.
Be a running back.
That is all I said since day one.
All right. We're going to go Cody, Jay, me for rapid fire to finish this up. So let's see. We have Patriots at Jets.
Give me Patriots. As long as Zach Wilson's quarterback, give me Patriots.
Patriots.
I agree. Patriots. Buffalo. We already did that one. Houston at Jacksonville.
Jacksonville needs this to be a get-right game. If it's not, then there's issues in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Say Jacksonville one more time. I'm actually calling upset here. Texans over Jacksonville.
I don't hate it.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
Colts at Ravens.
Texans have no run game.
Look good.
It's gonna have to be a shootout if they win.
What was the Ravens?
Colts at Ravens.
Oh, give me Ravens. Ravens. That's it.
Ravens will win this game. I can't go back-to-back big upsets like that. So, all right, we're gonna mix it up here. Start with Jay, then Cody, then me for this one. The Panthers at the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Oh my god.
So now I know to pick the Panthers. No, I honestly think the Panthers will be better because they're starting Andy Dalton and not Bryce Young this week, and that could keep them in the game. But Seahawks have to win this game.
What?
They have to. They have to win this game if they have
Bryce Young is not playing?
Yeah, it's not Bryce. No, Andy Dalton.
When did they say that?
It's on ESPN today.
Oh, I missed that.
I missed it too. Yeah.
He has a sprained ankle.
Oh, got it. Okay. Well, I was going to go the Panthers, and I'm still going to go the Panthers because if Jay picks the Seahawks, I pick the other team. That's the law. You have to do it because they will do the opposite of whatever Jay says.
Maybe I'll lock the Panthers in so the Seahawks win. Logic.
All right. Let's see. All right. So we got three more here. We got Steelers at the Raiders, Cody.
No, this is tough. For my boy Wyatt, I'm going Raiders. I don't think the Steelers are any good.
No good? Really?
I don't. Kenny Two Clubs is just not he doesn't do it for me, and I actually trust Jimmy G more than I trust Kenny Two Clubs.
Okay, good point, because I don't really believe right now in the Steelers offense, but the defense I do believe, and that's why I'm going to pick the Steelers. They did it last week against the Browns. I think the Browns are more superior than the Raiders, and this will give, I think, Pickett a chance.
Nope. Pickett wears two gloves. I have both these guys on my QB only wins draft, but I am going to go Jimmy G here and the Raiders just because I think I just think they're better. Does that make sense?
It does.
No.
Sure. Right? All right. Eagles at Bucks.
I'm going Eagles. I don't want to, but yeah.
I'm going Bucks. Don't worry.
3-0 Bucks.
How many upsets are you going to? If next week you come on the podcast and you're like, yeah, I was right about this game. Yeah, that's because you picked 10 upsets to happen in the.
So, what's your point?
My point being is that you're gonna be wrong about the 9 others that you
No,
didn't
I'm
get
going to be
right.
very right. Don't worry about it.
Hey,
Bucks
yeah,
are going to win this game. They'll be 3-0. Don't worry about it. Baker
Baker's
Mayfield
way-
MVP.
Yeah, Baker over Hurts. Come on.
Yeah. All right, Rams at Bengals. Cody.
This is my big upset of the week is Bengals fall to 0-3. Give me the
Ooh.
Rams. I picked the Rams last week against the 49ers. They hung in there very well against the 49ers. They kind of got away from them at the end, but for 3 quarters, they were looking like the team, and in week 1, they looked like the team that I thought was going to catch the last NFC playoff spot, and I'm riding that wave. Give me the Rams over the Bengals.
You know, I don't hate that, but I think this is going to be a get right game for the Bengals. They started to pick up steam against the Ravens and almost pulled a Giants comeback for this win, for last week's win, but they fell a little short. So I think this week they're going to get right.
Bengals get right for sure. They can't go 0-3. They're just not going to. As long as Joey B's out there and he's playing, they will not go 0-3. He will not let it happen.
I beg to differ.
Okay, well, you've already told me your pick, Cody. You don't have to disagree now. Like, you've literally already picked the Rams, and you're like, well, I disagree. It's like, congratulations. We all know.
I'm just want on the record so that when I'm
again.
so when the Rams win next week, I can say I doubly told you so.
Okay, now it's triply told me. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, great show, guys. Everybody be sure to follow us on Instagram and X. That's a thing now. We don't post on it really, but I'm gonna do more videos on Instagram, I've decided. So make sure you guys follow us. You can get little 30 to 60-second clips of us just basically being exactly right. Or that'll be me. I'm sorry. Cody will be wrong. Jay just will he'll be on the fence.
Right.
I'll be right. So the most important thing is Cody and I are both still 2-0 in locks, and Jay is 0-2. So who are you gonna trust?
Ghostbusters.
Okay, got it. Great. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. Again, thank you, Sir Shiner, for sponsoring us for this episode. Shiner, once again, brewed in Texans for Texans since 1908. All right. Well, until next week, we'll see y'all later.
Diggs, man, get healthy, come back strong. Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl for you this year.
Love you.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.